Welcome back. Today we are going to discuss May 2020 current affairs based questions part 2. In this part 2 we are going to discuss 15 questions, means 15 topics. These topics cover subjects such as science and technology, environment, geography and economy. So let's start with questions. Consider the following passage. Okay, this planet is in news. That's why I have asked this question. It is known as Earth's twin. Which planet known as Earth twin? You no need to read even the other what I have written. If you know just which planet is known as Earth twin, you can easily tick answer. Answer is Venus. Still, if you don't know it, you can proceed with it is the one of the two planets that rotates from east to west. What is the this is one which is Venus. The another one is what? Uranus. Okay. And ISRO Sukrayan is a planned mission to it. Okay, it has planned in 2023. So answer is Venus. Because Venus is in news. Okay. And Earth and Mars, it is in news, so you should know the difference between Venus, Earth and Mars. Radius. When it comes to the radius, what is the size of Venus? Venus size is 6052 kilometers. What is the size of Earth? 6378 kilometers. What is the size of Mars? 3393 kilometers. So you can actually, if you compare Earth and Venus, it will be almost same. The difference is very less, very small. When it comes to gravity, what is the gravity of Venus? 8.87 meter per second square. What is the gravity of Earth? 9.78 meter per square. What is the gravity of Mars? 3.69 meter per second square. Okay. What about the mass? Is 0.8. What about Earth? Is 1. What about Mars? 0.75. So when it comes to the satellites, how many satellites that Venus has? 0. What about the Earth? 1. We know what is it? It is moon. What about the Mars? 2. What are those? Phobos and Deimos. Here Venus, in Venus atmosphere, which is the main gas? CO2. In Earth, which is the main gas? Oxygen or CO2? NO2. It's N2. Nitrogen. What about Mars? It is again CO2. So this is the difference you should know. If UPSC asks anything, you can easily opt. And moreover, I forgot to say, the Venus rotates from east to west. Along with Venus, there is another planet, that is Uranus, which rotates east to west. Other planets rotate west to east. This is the difference you should know. It's about this question. So answer is Venus here. B. Come to the 27th question. Which of the following organization constitutes Regulation Review Authority? Why I have asked this? In examination, you cannot guess this type of questions. This type of questions you should only attempt if you know it, because any organization can constitute Regulation Review Authority, right? Okay. But here the answer is RBI. If you don't know RBI, you may attempt Niti Aayog also can be correct. You may think like that, or PMO or SEBI. So you should definitely know accurately which is the answer. Otherwise, it is very difficult to guess in examination. Why RBI has appointed to simplify the procedures, to reduce the burden of compliance, to streamline the regulations, and etc. First time it has appointed when in 1999. Again it has appointed now. So it is known as 2.0. This much you should know, that's it. Answer is C. Which of the following turtles species found in Indian waters? There are how many turtle species found in Indian waters? 5. What are there? Olive Ridley, loggerhead, leatherback, green turtle, hawk bill. Okay, so here these three are vulnerable. I have already explained about these turtles in last videos, and this one is endangered. This is critically endangered according to the IUCN. This much you should definitely remember about the turtles. So answer is olive red loggerhead, leatherback, green turtle. So answer is D. Come to the 29th. Which of the following projects require a prior environmental clearance? Thermal power project, airport, highways, solid waste management project, river valley project, irrigation projects, and mining projects, and etc. There are many other projects which require definitely environment clearance. So what is the answer? Thermal power project, yes, correct. Airports, correct. Highways, correct. Solid waste management, correct. Sorry, answer is D. But here the question is, what is the procedure for to get environmental clearance? Definitely you should know this, because you are going to be a future bureaucrat. You should know what is the process. First, applicant will submit with information, detailed information. Okay, after that, this is the first stage. After that, in the second stage, what happens? The terms of reference will be given for comprehensive preparation of environment impact assessment. Okay, if any specific problems were not given in the terms of reference, then at the time environment appraisal committee will amend these terms of reference to add that specific issues. After that, it will go for the draft. EIA will go for the public consultation. In the fifth stage, what happens after public consultations? Public consultation report and final EIA and any other information will be submitted to the environment appraisal committee. This environment appraisal committee, after reviewing in detail, it will submit to the Ministry of Environment and Forest and Climate Change. Okay, this ministry may accept or may reject also. This is how the process for the to get environment clearance. And answer is D for this question. Now come to the 38th question. In India, uranium deposits occurred in which of the following rocks? See, why I have asked suddenly about uranium, why it is in news? Because Mumbai ATS, anti-terrorist squad, has arrested two persons who tried to sell uranium, which worth of 21 crores. That's why uranium is in news. So, which rocks consist of uranium deposits? Answer is Dharwad. Please do remember it is Dharwad. So, do you think UPSC will ask only this question which I have framed? No, it may ask anything. The uses of uranium also it may ask. Where it is used, we all know. Energy, okay, you know energy. Next one, weapon, okay, you know weapon. It is used in aircraft. You should know it. And it is also used in some industries. You should know it. And most important is it is used in fertilizer. If UPSC asks this in option, many of the aspirants will eliminate this. How come it will be in fertilizer, man? No, we will use it in agriculture. Radiation will affect us. It cannot be used in fertilizer. We may think like that, but uranium is used for the production of fertilizers. So answer is, so you should remember these 5 things where uranium is used. And okay, fine. Do you think UPSC will ask only about users? No, it may ask where it is found also. It may ask Jharkhand, Singhbhum copper belts. Next in HP where Kullu is very famous, right? Kullu Manali. So next one is AP and Telangana also. Next one is Rajasthan. Where in Rajasthan? Udaipur. Wow, right? Leela Palace is there. Anyway, and after that, Alwar, Junjunwala. Just remember like this. It is Rajasthan. What about Maharashtra? In Maharashtra also it is found in Bandara district. So like this you should remember. In Chhattisgarh it is Durg. So these places you should remember. And what about these isotopes? It may ask. I have already explained about these isotopes in last videos, so I'm not going to explain now. So UPSC may ask question on uranium in these various ways. So come to the 31st question. Which of the following statement is correct regarding a super cycle of commodities? What is the super cycle of commodities? To understand that, you should understand one thing. Around the world, right, especially in Europe, okay, copper price has increased by 100%, and around the world the Brent oil, crude oil, has increased, the price has increased by 200%. Steel is increased by 217%, price of the steel. And the metal index of national exchange census is doubled, increased by almost more than 200%, around I guess 223%. Okay, so this is actually, prices are increasing means what? The demand, it's abnormally the high demand growth is there. We are seeing abnormally high demand growth. If these high demand growth last for more than a year, then it will come under the definition of super cycle of commodities. If it is for very short term, then it will not be called it as super cycle of commodities. Because it is more than 1 year, we are able to see such a increase in demand, so we will call it as super cycle of commodities. But what are the reasons actually? Reason for this, because the globe is seeing economic revival of USA, China, and supply constraints and increase in investment in asset creation. One of the major thing is global central banks following loose monetary policy. What happens with this loose monetary policy? Increases the money supply in market. So with the high growth in demand, the producers unable to supply to this high demand. That's why the prices are increasing. So answer is, it is a sustained period of abnormally low demand growth. No, it is wrong. It is a sustained period of abnormally high demand growth. Yes, it is correct. Answer is B. Who among the following are eligible for Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana? See, Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana is why it has government has formulated this scheme, because to help marginalized section because of the lockdown and slow economic growth. Due to slow economic growth, what happens? Unemployment will increase. Means what? Who is losing in unemployment is increasing where? Unemployment is increasing more in unorganized sector. This unorganized sector actually constitute 91% of India's workforce. So if unemployment increases in unorganized sectors, will definitely impact the people who is dependent on this unorganized sector. Unorganized sector itself, name itself says that their wages will be very low. If they lose employment, then they can't afford their daily expenses. That's why to help these marginalized people, marginalized sections, migrant laborers, and etc., poor people, etc., government has came up with Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana. It is actually part of which program? It is part of Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan package. Okay. This Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana, what it does? It provides 5 kg of food grains, that can be wheat or rice, free of cost. In addition to the 5 kg grains which are subsidized already under Public Distribution System, National Food Security Act 2013. In addition to this, government will provide an additional 5 kg rice or wheat free of cost. So okay, fine, this is about the program Yojana. Now the question is, who are the people eligible for this program? Okay, is it everybody eligible? No, it cannot be. So answer is, here I have given Antyodaya Anna Yojana and priority households. This is correct. Households headed by widows, correct, and landless agriculture laborers, correct, and all primitive tribal households also will come. Okay, and the households headed by widows is correct, and not only widows, if any person who aged 60 above, if he heads household, then this is also correct. And disabled person who is heading the household, it is also correct. Or ill person, this is also correct. All these people are eligible under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana. So answer is D. Here you should know that one more category, that is marginal farmers. Now coming to the 33rd question. Which of the following statement is correct regarding OSIR IS REX mission? What is this OS? This is NASA. Mission. Okay, this is the first NASA mission to visit near Earth asteroid. What is the purpose? They have sent this robot to the near Earth asteroid. This asteroid went there and collected sample from this asteroid, and it has to come back to the Earth. This asteroid name is Bennu. Now what happened? It has dispatched to the India now. To Earth. It will come after 2 years. It takes 2 years to come back to Earth. See where the technology went. It's already sent to asteroid. It has collected. Now it's coming back. As if they came to India and India to America. That easily everything is happening nowadays. So answer is, it is a NASA's mission to Mars. No, it is a NASA's mission to nearby Earth's asteroid. What is the name? Bennu. Answer is B. Do you remember in last video, I guess in August videos, I have explained about forward contamination, backward contamination. Okay, these will come under which contamination? It will come under backward contamination, because we are getting something to to the Earth. Forward means if from the Earth we are taking to some other celestial bodies. So coming to the 34th question. Which of the following statement is correct regarding mission for integrated development of horticulture? It is a centrally sponsored scheme for the holistic growth of horticulture. This is correct. And cocoa, bamboo, mushroom, spice covered under this mission. It is also correct. What else? It is covering root and tuber crops, coconut, aromatic plants, cashew, vegetables, fruits. All these things it covered under the integrated development of horticulture. This mission is under which ministry of agriculture. Because it is centrally sponsored scheme, the central government will provide 60% of the project cost to the states, except for the northeastern states. For northeastern states, it provides how much? 90% of funds. Come to the now 35th question. Which of the following statements are correct regarding sovereign gold bond scheme? The sovereign gold bond scheme was launched in 2015. Do you know why? Because we Indians are very much in love with gold, right? But gold deposits are not there. That much gold deposits are not there. We are not extracting too much gold. So what we have to do? We have to import lot of gold because we tend to invest on gold. So when you import lot of gold, what is happening here? The import bill of the country is increasing. When import bill increases, what happens? Okay, trade deficit will increase. When trade deficit increases, what happens? Current account deficit will happen. When current account deficit keeps on increasing, what happens? Our physical deficit will increase. So like this we have many cascading effects. What government had thought, why we have to, these people are investing on gold, not to, gold means not jewelry, it's a gold means that gold cubes will be there right on it. So instead of making them to invest that, we can make them to invest on gold bond. This gold bond will have the same value of physical gold. And when they invest, because when once if you invest gold bar on gold bar, take you have invested on 3 kg gold bar and you will keep in the house, what you are getting? You will not get anything. It may keep increasing, that's it, according to the gold price inflation. Okay, but what this gold bond does, it will be linked to the price of physical gold and you will go and buy this physical gold bond. Okay, and it will pay you 2.5% interest also. You are getting 2.5% and it is linked to the gold also. So definitely you will invest here. They thought, who are eligible to invest then? Individuals, universities, charity, undivided Hindu family. These people can be invested. The point is here, if someone want to, if individual invested, if he want to redeem his bonds, whether the tax will apply on him? No, tax has been exempted. So these many benefits, incentives that government has given. Why? It want you to invest in the paper bond which is equivalent to the gold bond. Okay, same price of the gold it will be. But what government will get? So many incentives, but what government will get? It will benefit with reduction in imports. One thing. Another thing is, you are investing, right? Means government banks will get money. Okay, these money can be used for investment, and because of investment happens, employment grows and economy grows. Like that, it has its own cascading effect. Okay, bye. Who will give these bonds? These bonds is given by the RBI on behalf of the government of India. The maturity of these bonds is 8 years. But if you want to withdraw in between, you can only withdraw you can sell these bonds only after 5 years. Till 5 years you have to wait. And these bonds you are getting, right, in between you may feel that, I don't have money now, I need money, how I will get loan now. Okay, these bonds can be used even for getting loans. These bonds can act as a collaterals. So you see, so many incentives, so many benefits that government has given. And the minimum permissible investment is 1 gram of gold. 1 gram of gold is how much now? I guess 7, 8 or 9k. So this is all about the sovereign gold bond scheme. Let's say the option. It is to increase the demand of physical gold. Is it correct? No, right? You can easily, it is to decrease the demand. So remove 1. Answer is B. That's it. It is issued by RBI, correct. It covers resident individuals and Hindu undivided family, universities, charities. It is correct. Which of the following country is in news for its Iron Dome air defense system? It is it Iran, is it Iraq, is it Israel, is it Turkey? Because it is Iran, you should not think it is Iran. If you think like this, definitely you will keep answer as A. This is just a trap question. Answer is Israel. Recently, this defense system was used against Palestinians. What is this defense system? It will be like this. Okay, if some missile, some rocket launcher is coming, this missile will go and stop this missile coming into the Israel by crashing into this missile. This is a system. It is actually short range system, ground to air system. Okay, now the question is, okay fine, this is Israel. What about India? Does India has this type of systems? Yes, India has this type of systems. What are those? What are those? What are those means? Those are S-400 and Prithvi Air Defense and Ashwin Advanced Air Defense Interceptor. These are the 3 missiles which can be used against the incoming missile. It is designed by Russian. These 2 are developed indigenously by DRDO. It is for high altitude, this is for low altitude. High altitude means 80 kilometers, up to 80 kilometers. Here it is 30 kilometers to 50. All are surface to air. They act as a anti-ballistic missiles. So answer is Israel here. Come to the 37th. Why this question I have asked about invasive species suddenly? Because of red-eared slider turtle. It is in news because it is an invasive species. Its population is keep on growing in Assam. Any invasive species is not good to the region. Okay, so which of the protocols and conventions deals with the invasive species? Cartagena Protocol. Is it correct? Yes, it is correct. Convention on biological diversity. Is it correct? Yes, it is correct. Because this talks about biological invasion of alien species. What is Bonn Convention? Bonn Convention is nothing but Convention on the Conservation of Migratory Species. It also talks about the control or elimination of present invasive alien species. Okay, apart from these three, there are other conventions, that is Ramsar Convention. Also talks about the control of invasive species. Another one, CITES, that is Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora. So these six actually, these six protocols and conventions talks about the invasive species, because invasive species will impact biodiversity of the region. Come to the 38th question now. Which of the following is are correct regarding alternative investment fund? See, why I have asked this alternative investment fund suddenly? Because of Swami. This is in news. It is in news because it has completed its first residential project. This is actually alternative investment fund 2 type. Okay, so that's why I have asked about alternative investment fund. What is this alternative investment fund? These are nothing but any fund actually privately pooled for the investment in India. Other than from banking and other financial institutions. Okay, all these will come under the alternative investment fund, because not every investment will be funded by the banks, right, or other financial institutions. They also won't be having money. So it's better to, it will be very difficult for banking system and financial institutions to fund every project. To be a successful country in attracting investment, so government should definitely opt for this type of alternative investment funds. So these alternative investment funds are regulated by RBI or SEBI? Regulated by SEBI, because we are talking about the investments, right? Investments in the market, in the companies. So companies will come under SEBI. So do you think in alternative investment fund which will come? There are categories, right? Category 1, type 1, which will come here? Angel funds, venture capital funds, social venture funds, infrastructure funds. These type of categories fall under type 1. Why they fall under this? Because this type 1 deals with the startups and small and medium enterprises which have potential to grow financially. Okay, and now category 2 deals with which one? Equity securities and debt securities. Okay, yesterday only I have explained about debt securities, what is bonds, bond yield concept. Equities is about shares. Here which will come? Real estate funds will come, debt funds will come, private equity funds will come. So coming to the alternative investment fund, third type, it gives returns in very short period of time. So very short period, who want very short period of returns? In within a short period they want returns. Which are those funds? It's hedge funds, very highly risky funds. You should not actually, it may destabilize even economy also sometimes. And private investment in public equity funds, etc. All this will come under the alternate investment fund. But this is not, but there is one thing called mutual funds, collective investment schemes. Don't think that because mutual funds and collective investment schemes will come under this category because of hedge funds. If you think, it is wrong. Mutual funds and collective investment schemes will not come under alternative investment fund at all. So let's see the options. It is correct. Privately pooled investment vehicle. It is regulated by SEBI. Correct. It includes mutual funds. Wrong. So remove 333. Answer is A. You should definitely remember these two. It will not include, it will not include, it will not include. Okay. So come to the 39th question. Which of the following conditions are favorable for the formation of tropical cyclones? Why I have asked this? Because Gujarat was affected by Tauktae cyclone. Okay, this name was given by Myanmar. Okay, that naming part will come later. So because of that, you should definitely know the favorable conditions for the formation of tropical cyclone. Atmospheric temperature higher than 27 degrees centigrade. Absence of Coriolis force. Large variations in the vertical wind speed. Upper divergence. What is the answer? What do you think? This is wrong because it is not atmospheric temperature, because tropical cyclones originates where? Tropical cyclones originates, example I will show. Tropical cyclones originate on the ocean, right? Unlike temperate cyclones means they can originate on land or ocean, but tropical cyclones originate on the ocean. So the sea surface temperature, it deals with the sea surface temperature. Sea surface temperature should be 27 degrees centigrade. Okay, now so it is wrong. Absence of Coriolis force. Do you think where the Coriolis force is absent? It will be absent here somewhere, 0 degree centigrade. As we 0 degree latitude, 0 degree. As we move towards the pole, the Coriolis force keeps on increasing till the poles. And like here also the same way in the southern hemisphere. Here it will be 0. Because here it is 0, here the cyclones will not form at all. Because for forming cyclones, you need Coriolis force for sure. Okay, so it is wrong. This is also wrong. Large variation in vertical speed movement. Okay, if it is very high speed movements are here, then how the cyclone will form here? Okay, cyclone will not form. Cyclone will little variation should be, and upper divergence should be there. Yes, correct. Upper divergence should be there. So because of this divergence, the air will subside, and this I, this is known as I, this will be very calm in the tropical cyclone. So answer is A. Now the question is, there is a classification for tropical cyclones. Okay, I have already explained during previous videos how you will say it is a how you will classify cyclones as depression, deep depression, or cyclonic storm, or severe cyclonic storm, very severe cyclonic storm. What is the criteria, like so on? What is the criteria you are going to take? The only criteria is wind speed. Okay, only criteria is wind speed. For depression, what is? For depression, it should be normally 31 to 50 kilometers per hour. For deep depression, it is 51 to 62 kilometers per hour. For cyclonic storm, it is 63 to 83 kilometers per hour. For severe cyclonic storm, it is 89 to 117 kilometers per hour. For very severe cyclonic storm, it is 118 to 165 kilometers per hour. For extremely severe cyclonic storm, it is 166 to 220 kilometers per hour. For super cyclonic storm, it is more than 221 kilometer per hour. So definitely we should remember this, because UPSC main, if it want to ask very easy question, if it want to set easy question, then it may ask what I have asked, these favorable conditions, or whether it is in Bay of Bengal or in Arabian Sea, which is more prone to cyclones. It is Arabian Sea, it is Bay of Bengal. Bay of Bengal is answer. It is more prone to the cyclones. Like that it may ask easy questions. But if it want to make it very difficult, then it definitely goes like this. Definitely you should remember, because nowadays the severe cyclone is increasing in India. So in northern Indian Ocean. So for this answer is A. And now coming to the name part, how names are given to the cyclones. See, actually, there is one organization called World Meteorological Organization. According to its guidelines, countries in the region, okay, they are the world has been divided into regions. They are supposed to give names. In India, northern Indian Ocean region, whichever the cyclones form, the 13 countries will give name on rotational basis. Okay, one country will give one time. For the first cyclone, it is, if the second cyclone comes, the second country will give. Third cyclone comes, then it is the third country will give, like that. And who is responsible for issuing advisories and names for tropical cyclone? That is IMD, Indian Meteorological Department. Indian Meteorological Department is one of the 6 regional specialized meteorological centers in the world. So it has been responsible for issuing advisories and names. So meteorological department comes under which ministry? Ministry of Earth and Science. So answer is for this is about A, and this is about, you should know about the conditions, and I didn't talk about the features. Features we'll talk about it in later videos, because there is one more cyclone named Yas. I have to cover these things also, right? If everything if I say now, then what will I say at that time? So come to the 48th question. Which of the following state got special exemption for the implementing medicine from sky? What is this medicine from sky? Okay, medicines from sky means not like from the sky it will fall. From the sky only rain will fall, not medicines. Okay, so it is nothing but using drones. Using drones from one place to another place to supply the medicines. Okay, so to supply the medicines, it has been actually launched by it. The permission was given to which state? It is Maharashtra or Karnataka? Sorry, Gujarat. It's both are wrong. Answer is Telangana. The Ministry of Civil Aviation has given the special permission exemptions for using drones to supply vaccines. It is under collaboration with World Economic Forum. In 2020 prelims, they have asked about the drone. What drones will do? Very simple question they have asked. Now if UPSC want to ask about drones, definitely it will not ask any simple question. It may ask the nano size of drones is less than or equal to 250 grams, you should know, or micro size in the match the following: 250 grams to 2 kg. Small size, match the following: 2 kg to 25 kg. Medium size, 25 kg to 150 kg. Large size, more than 150 kg. Okay, then what are the zones? The civil aviation has divided zones, that is red zone. In this red zone you cannot you are not permitted to fly your drones. Yellow zone, controlled by the airspace. And green zone, here you will get automatic permission. Here you have to take permission, here you get automatic permission, here you cannot fly at all. So this is all about there is actually in 2018 the government has drafted drone regulations. Please do check these regulations on internet. So thank you. That's it for today.